homes in the Carvel Beach area. An innovative new app to improve the transportation industry. And a big medical conference set for tomorrow.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening all, I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news, a massive brush fire coming dangerously close to a residential community today. Firefighters working feverishly to get the blaze under control as residents watched in amazement. As Natalia Hall tells us, for homeowners in the area, the blaze was too close for comfort.
Residents of Imperial Park were in panic mode as a brush fire inched closer to their homes. High winds were making a bad situation worse as embers were flying everywhere. When the ZNS News team arrived on the scene, firefighters were in place fighting a large blaze.
Resident Daphne Roxbury says she is very concerned because the fire has erupted directly behind her yard. She's calling on the powers that be to take prompt action in situations like these.
From 3 o'clock yesterday after school, when I picked up my grandson, when we came home, about around 5 o'clock, our eyes were burning, and I'm a known asthmatic. They had 2 trucks here. I just asked one who passed just now if they're going to come to my big gate to go in back of the yard to light the fire out. And he said another one behind. He just left. I think that it's really poor. That's not showing me no help.
The fire engine out in the bushes, but the fire affecting the people in the neighbor house you could see right here.
A short time later, a fire truck moved in to deal with that situation. Further down the street, resident Darrell Ware says for him, the smoke has been an issue.
Yeah, I was dead red this morning because when I come outside, I saw all the smoke and I didn't realize, because from yesterday around here was smoky.
Through another street, we met Derek Lynch spraying his neighbor's yard with water because the flames were spreading to bushes nearby.
She doesn't know that the fire is literally over her house, because I had to stand by with our water hose because the fire engine was busy on the other corner.
We then caught up with the fire chief officer, Ernest Hanna, who explains how the fire began.
The fire started quite a bit from here, around the Malibu Reef area. There was a large pine forest between Imperial Park and Malibu Reef, and the winds gust up to 25 knots on yesterday and throughout the night. So the officers toiled between Malibu Reef and Imperial Park, the entire area, during the whole course of the night and into the...
He says 3 trucks were present throughout the day, and for residents who did not see them in their immediate area, he says when there is a large fire, it does not mean that they are not on top of things. Hannah also had this bit of advice for residents.
Keep debris from around their home. They need to keep a clear perimeter around their home. A lot of folks need to refrain from cleaning up the yard and throwing the trash just beyond the margin.
And for those who are wondering when the smoke will fully dissipate, the fire chief estimates that it will linger in Imperial Park and the surrounding areas for the next few days. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Police in Grand Bahama are searching for 2 female residents wanted for stealing by reason of employment. They are 61-year-old Joycelyn Russell of number 50 in Cutlass Avenue, Chesapeake Subdivision, Freeport, and 27-year-old Janaid Tasivi Roll of number 5 Columbus Way, Freeport. Now, Joycelyn Russell is of medium brown complexion with dark brown eyes. Janaid Roll is also of medium brown complexion with dark brown eyes. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Joycelyn Russell or Janaid Roll, you are asked to contact the police at 911, 919, or call your nearest police station. 3 Haitian nationals in court this week for illegal landing and overstaying. The 2 females and a male were taken into custody after a tip led officers to an apartment on Hearn Lane. The women claim to have entered the Bahamas illegally by boat from Haiti in 2017 and remained in the country without obtaining legal status. The male entered the Bahamas legally in July 2017 and was admitted for a period of 2 weeks. He did not get an extension and overstayed his time by 7 months. The 2 females were convicted and fined $300 for illegal landing or in default serve 3 months at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. They were also ordered deported. On the charge of overstaying, the Haitian man was convicted and fined $2,000, or in default served 9 months at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. He was also ordered deported. In other news, technology is merging with one of the oldest professions in the Bahamas, the transportation and tourism industry. A Bahamian native is partnering with the Ministry of Tourism to launch a new app that is geared to improve the services of taxi cab drivers on the island.
It is called Get Me Ride, and it is an app available on Apple and Android devices designed to make catching a cab easier. While the task seems extremely simple, founder and software engineer Makai Brum says that he developed the app after noticing that it was difficult getting a cab during the nighttime hours. The new app is expected to be of great benefit to taxis within the network.
We also wanted to teach them not only how to make more money, but how to use the app and to be able to come in for the sign up, and where we'll be doing a one-on-one inspection of the vehicle, making sure that all of the vehicles and all of their documentation are up to date.
President of the Grand Bahama Taxi Union, David Jones, says that they are still in the learning process, but taxi drivers are excited to be able to reach more customers through the new app.
The opportunities sounds tremendous. It really does. It reaches the entire network of travelers that are coming to the Bahamas, and it positions the cab driver. This is not no private vehicles that are doing this. This will be taxi drivers to enhance their business. Again, Grand Bahamas want to be considered one of the tech hubs of the world. So we're going to fit right in. The taxi drivers will be to all seminars.
All taxi drivers within the network will have to be Bahama Host certified and must uphold certain standards. Users and drivers will be able to provide ratings on each other, and taxi drivers with low ratings will be removed from the app. The Ministry of Tourism is on board for the training aspect of taxi drivers.
So we saw that it was a perfect fusion of pairing technology with one of our traditional industries, which is the taxi union. They won't cannibalize anything, but they're just diversifying the product for us. And that's something that we thought was profound, and we stand behind them.
Some of the key advice that I would offer to them is that we need to ensure that we are pretty much living up to an excellent standard, providing excellent service to all of our customers, whether it's international or locals. We do have a challenge, however, after certification, you have some individuals that do not adhere to the rules and regulation.
The app will be available throughout the Bahamas.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition continues in just a moment.